Enrollment numbers for cyber charter schools are continuing to increase in Pennsylvania. The NBC10 investigators found concerns about oversight and accountability. NBC10 investigative reporter Claudia Vargas joining us with what the state is doing to ensure student safety. Claudia.
Yeah, Fred, well, let me put this into some context. So cyber student enrollment increased from the 2018-19 school year from 25,000 to now nearly 43,000. And last school year, the state began requiring cyber schools to conduct wellness checks. But at least one cyber charter school is pushing back on what those checks should look like.
These images provided by the Lehigh County District Attorney show what a 15-year-old boy looked like after he escaped his home in January. Malnourished, red, swollen knees, bruises from sleeping on the floor. His twin brother, according to authorities, was also starved and abused. They each weighed 50-some pounds.
It was tough.
Robert Beecham is the boy's father. He hadn't seen the twins in 5 years, due in part to a bitter divorce.
Sure, it's harder for them.
The boy's mother and stepfather, Tracy and Joshua DeCant, were arrested and charged with conspiracy to commit murder, aggravated assault, child endangerment, and other charges. They've pleaded not guilty and are out on bail awaiting trial. During the period of alleged abuse, the twins were enrolled with the state's largest cyber school provider, Commonwealth Charter Academy. It's the same school where a Chester County 12-year-old was enrolled when she died in May of 2024. Melinda Hoagland's father and stepmother were charged with murder, accused of starving and abusing her. They pleaded not guilty and are awaiting trial.
Why didn't somebody go out there monthly to just see how the kids are?
Cyber charter schools in Pennsylvania offer both live virtual instruction and learning programs that can be downloaded, which wouldn't offer live instruction. After Melinda died, the Pennsylvania legislature passed a law requiring cyber schools to at least once a week ensure that each enrolled student is able to be visibly seen and communicated with in real time. But in a response to the State Department of Education requirement to make those checks, CCA wrote, the legislature intentionally used the phrase is able to convey a requirement for an opportunity to see students in real time.
It is a wildly irresponsible position that they've taken. It flies in the face of common sense. It flies in the face of what the legislature very clearly wanted.
State Representative Peter Schreier is the chairman of the House Education Committee and helped pass the wellness requirement for cyber charters.
There was always the intent that the camera would just be turned on.
CCA also says that the Department of Education's mandate that all 30,000 students actually be seen and heard each week is unreasonable and impossible for execution.
Why would that be unreasonable to have a check-in at least once a week with the students on the camera?
Because it was the way we're trying to understand what PD was trying to enforce.
Timothy Eller is an executive with Commonwealth Charter Academy. He believes the school is in compliance with the law because he says CCA allows for various opportunities for virtual and in-person checks throughout the week.
Not all the time it'll be on camera. It can be in one of our family service centers during a field trip. It could be during a special education related services.
The State Department of Education Secretary Carrie Rowe told us CCA is not in compliance.
CCA happens to be a pretty big school, but that doesn't excuse them from their responsibility to do this.
She says the department isn't planning sanctions.
They just need to find a pathway forward, and that is absolutely something that we're wanting to work with them to do.
Janitza Santiago enrolled her 3 daughters at CCA last year as first-time cyber schoolers. She's happy with her choice.
I feel like that was perfect because I could have them home with me, but they also have their teachers.
Santiago tells us she makes sure her daughters always have their cameras on. She believes there should be some mandated checks for the safety of all students.
It has to be at least more than once a week.
Now, New Jersey and Delaware do not allow cyber charters to operate in their states. As for the abuse cases, CCA says the school was cleared of any wrongdoing in the Melinda case. The school declined to comment on the twins due to the ongoing investigation. And the Education Committee chairman plans to introduce new legislation that would add more safety and wellness checks. CCA says they welcome it. For the investigators, Claudia Vargas, NBC10 News.